Hey y'all, P here. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, this topic got me worried, but I'm gonna just smile. I just got, I'm trying to keep them, I gotta keep them in the modem. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, this topic I've been worried about, but God been telling me to speak on it. So I'm gonna speak on it because that's what God told me to do. Um, so how I found out I was being watched. I'll just say these all because it's gonna be hard to talk with a man. Okay, so it's gonna hard to be hard to rant with a man. Okay, y'all. So how I found out I was being watched through my TV. Here's another crazy story about PrettyP My Crazy Life. Okay, so I got notes, y'all, because I gotta get this shit in sections. Okay, so also I'm just gonna let y'all know everything that I'm about to say, I am speaking for a reason. God has been using me as his vessel to speak his truth, my truth, our truth, the chosen one's truth. This could be something that you're going through currently. This could be something that happened to you in the past. This could be something that happened to you that's about to happen or coming up. You know, this could be a warning for somebody, or this could be confirmation for others. You know, this is just to basically, first of all, is to get my story out. Second of all, is basically like confirmations. You know, y'all need to touch on this subject for a second, but it says certain things in the Bible about, you know, tarot readers and, you know, but then it also has things about chosen ones. And us chosen ones, it's about 144,000 of us that God has blessed with gifts. And we are the chosen ones to speak up, to use our gifts. Yes, there's not supposed to be everybody on this planet proclaiming themselves to be psychics or chosen or seers or, you know, because it's not everybody. Trust me, it's not everybody. God clearly stated that. Y'all want to quote the Bible. God clearly stated that it's not everybody who's a chosen one. It's just certain people. It's a certain amount of people to be specific. So I'm here. I'm a chosen one to basically deliver these messages, use my gifts, and whoever, you know, think I'm evil for using my gifts that God gave me to that saved my life, literally still saving my life till this day. Deuces, you must don't need saving, okay? And whoever is here, hello, you in the right spot. Okay, so I'm gonna start right now. How I found out I was being watched through my TV. So it was all out of jealousy. I put that at the top for a reason. So it was all out of jealousy. Basically, as I mentioned in the last my very first vlog, you know, it was my previous video. If you've been following PrettyP My Crazy Life, as I mentioned in the first video, you know, the way I, you know, originally found out was, you know, I had sex with my ex-husband in front of the TV, and right after, you know, my boyfriend called, and then I just started getting a bunch of fake calls and a bunch of gang stalking messages, you know, like, oh, how could you do this and this and that? But I'm like, how would anybody know what we just did if we just in this house by ourselves? And as soon as we finished having sex, boom, everybody knew. But we was just here with us and our kids and this TV. But anywho, I had already had suspicions on the TV, and you know, um, even after that, I didn't speak on this part. Even after that day, where you know, I had sex with my husband in front of the TV at night, and boom, 4 in the morning, I'm getting calls right after we finished. boom, the second we finished, boom, from fake pages that was already gang stalking immediately, making statuses and stuff like, oh, how could she do this and this and that. So, right after that, the guy I was dating at the time, the next day I ended up going to see the guy. And yeah, the next day I ended up going to see the guy. And he ended up putting me, excuse my French, he ended up putting me in every position that me and my husband was in that night on the TV, in front of the TV. So like me and my husband, we had like specific positions. And it's like we created these positions. And me and my boyfriend before that had never done those positions. So it was like right after that happened, it was a bunch of weird shit. Like my boyfriend, he stopped like communicating with me the same way. And he just started treating me different, like I was a hoe or something, like I was a sloozy. And when I seen him, it was like he didn't speak to me, but we had sex. And then he put me in every position, the same positions that my husband would be in. So I automatically knew while we was having sex. I'm like, I was getting messages from God like, this nigga was one of the people that was watching us on the TV. And then I'm just like, what the fuck is really going on? So in a moment, I'm having sex and not really worried about all that, but I was still, definitely like, I just been taking notes, okay, this, okay, that, damn, what the fuck is going on? But as I'm going on, God, he started revealing stuff to me. So, he keeping me up on game. God always keeping me up on game on what's going on, this going on, this going on. God had already told me you've been watched. You've been watching your TV. Told me this through multiple different raters. And I didn't believe it. I'm like, no. And then you know what? Before that, like I said, my husband had already been telling me, like, we being watched through the TV. And I'm like, no, y'all are crazy. We're not being watched. Like, I really thought he was crazy. But, so, boom. That's how I found out it was like certain people involved. So I'm like, damn, so they got my ex involved. So who the fuck is really going? Because at first I'm thinking it's, the stalker, the very first stalker. If you want to know who that is, go watch the first vlog. So at first I'm thinking it's the very first stalker, nigga. One of my other sneaky things. Then I figure out like, okay, this nigga involved. Then the next thing I got, what you doing text as soon as I leave the house. It was another nigga involved. So what you doing text as soon as I leave the house. So boom. I started realizing shit. So I stopped fucking with that nigga. And I was like, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start, because I already had a feeling, my mama and everybody was all in on this. And they just was any new person I met, they would like convince this guy to get in on it too. To try to like kill me basically for the money. Like whoever get me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to my exes, because that's why my mama didn't never want me to have my first child, because that nigga had my motherfucking back. So I'm like, boom, okay, I'm gonna go to my first love. Can't nobody convince this nigga to change on me. He knew me before everybody. He was the first man that got me pregnant. We still like this to this day. Like, so boom. I start back dating my first love. So boom, this didn't last that long. But so boom, I start back dating my first love. And it's like, I already knew I was being watched through my TV and shit. So it's like, but me, I just keep shit on the low. I'm just, I'm going with the flow and not going with the motions. Cause, I gotta protect myself. God, I ain't gonna say God. God is the only one that's protecting me. But what I meant to say was the police ain't for to protect me. Like the devil, he wanted me to say God ain't for, no, God protected. But anyways, but the police ain't for to protect me. And motherfucker put me in witness protection and shit because they ain't came and didn't get, and I didn't fucking call their ass a million fucking times. And what are they doing? Nothing. They're not doing shit. So, because the police involved too, there's certain police involved. Okay? Yeah, everybody going to fuck down. I'm not playing. So, yeah, everybody getting exposed. Anywho. So, what Oh shit, wait, what time is it? I gotta keep track of time, y'all. I gotta keep track of time. Okay. 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 I'm gonna make this one short. I'm gonna come back. You're gonna have to come back for episode 3. Okay, so I started dating my first love, and boom, like I would, as soon as I would leave the house, right in front of my TV, boom, he'd text me like, "What you doing?" But it was like he wasn't even fucking with me. Like the nigga wasn't fucking with me. Like he was on in and out, in and out. He was just, "What you doing?" every now and then. And then even when I seen him, we wasn't like how it was. Like it just wasn't the same. So as soon as I'm leaving the house, this nigga, "What you doing? What you doing?" I'm like, how? In my head, I'm like, how does this nigga know I just left the house? Every single. At first, I was like, okay, that's a coincidence. Okay, that must be. But after the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 10th, 12th, 20th time, I'm like, okay, they watching me heavy. And then they got my ex on me. So okay, so I start playing along with the game. Okay, so why? Okay, so I start. No, and when I realized that, at first I'm telling this nigga where I'm going every time I leave. Then I'm realizing why he asking. I'm like, this nigga ain't even been fucking with me or nothing. This nigga is trying to take. They just trying to keep tabs on me. They trying to keep tabs on me and see where I'm going when I leave the house. And then I got people already following me, like I told y'all in the first video. So that's how they was keeping tabs on me, bro. Through the niggas I was fucking with. They paying these niggas and shit or whatever, bribing them or whatever to fucking keep tabs on me. So anywho, so boom, Pastor, what you doing? Text people talking about things on the radio. Boom. So it got so deep where I'm just like, damn, I wonder how many people really involved in this shit then. Like how many people watching me through my TV? How many people, like if it's I'm just getting new people involved. Boom, I go to the exes involved. Like damn, like who's all involved? I go get in the car, get on the radio. They talk about the shit. Like they sitting hints. Like they're dropping hints. Like they're dropping hints everywhere. The gang stalking was every fucking where. And this is nothing that made me like think like, damn, I wonder if these motherfuckers, and I even said this to one of the guys I was talking to. I wonder if these motherfuckers got me fucking, what did I say, chipped. I wonder if these motherfuckers got me chipped or something, like, and I don't know about it. Like, I was fucking thought I was tapped. I really thought I was tapped. Like, it wasn't no fucking way. Because like I told you, I was communicating with the ex dude off the fake page, right? So once I start realizing what was going on, I start telling people, you know, like I'll wait till I get from in front of the TV and shit. I'll go in my car, go pick somebody up and shit, and be riding, boom. And I start talking about it randomly. Out of nowhere, I would get a text. My phone wouldn't even be like directly on me. Like sometimes it was, but sometimes it wasn't. And a motherfucker will still hear my conversation because the fake page will text me like, I told you I don't want people knowing my business. Like one time I was talking to my husband about this shit at the time. My husband at the time, talking to him about this shit. And I'm like, dude, this shit is really crazy. Like they really watching me. They really following me. And I'm telling them like about a certain person. I'm like, it's this nigga. It's this nigga, bro. He's weird, bro. It's him. He doing this shit. As I'm saying this shit to him, the nigga texts me off the fake page. Like, I told you I don't want everybody knowing my business. Stop talking to people about, or some shit like that. And then I was like, and he was like, and he just shook his head and looked. I don't know. Because it was just his reaction. Now that I'm picturing that moment, like his reaction to it was like he already fucking knew or some shit. So he just turned his head. And I'm like, these motherfuckers is crazy. Like, so yeah, it was motherfucking gang stalking everywhere. So then motherfuckers came to my house because they had the neighbors sneaking in my house when I was gone. They came in, stole my house key. Like, my house key was missing for a while. But I already knew who had it. Because I'm fucking psychic. God told me, but my intuition told me. But then God really told me. But yeah, I already knew who had it, which was the neighbors. So boom, they took my key. And they came to my house and they poisoned my food. And me and my kid, they was doing it often though. It just wasn't just one time. It was one time that I got affected because I barely eat. I be fasting, like I'm a faster. Like I don't even really need to eat. I'm fucking immortal or some shit for real. But like when I did eat, I wanted to make me a pot roast, and I made the pot roast, and then I left the house the whole day. And I came back, boom, my door was unlocked, my back door, but it didn't come. I did. I asked my daughter, like, hey, did we leave the door unlocked? She like, no. So I just, I be trying to push shit to the back of my head because I can't can do shit about nothing I can control. So I'm like, boom, okay, whatever. And boom, so yeah, left the door unlocked, boom. So I mean I didn't leave the door unlocked, but I come home, the door is unlocked. End up eating a pot roast, and as soon as I took like the third bite, I damn near fucking died or something. Like was damn near dead. And then like as I'm dying and calling for help and nobody's answering all this other shit, I get on Facebook in the midst to look for somebody else to help me. And I seen like somebody had just made a status, like posted a picture like, be careful with me. And it was a picture of some pine saw next to the apple juice. And you know how the pine saw is the same color apple juice and shit. And it was the same apple juice that my kids drink. So I was like, damn, these motherfuckers then put pine saw in my food. And then they right here, they watching it happen. They watching the shit go down. They thought I was gonna die or something. And I actually played dead. Like I knew I wasn't gonna die, but I made them think I was. I even called my family, like, I feel like I'm dying. I need help. They was just like, what we gonna do? I can't, I'm busy. You just gotta lay there and die. That's literally what they told me, like, for basically, like, don't drive. They even told me not to go to the hospital. They like, don't drive. If you feel like you're dying, just don't drive. But we ain't coming to save you. Just sit there. Like, fuck, what? So, yeah, so these motherfuckers, and then I got to the hospital, and the hospital was able to confirm that my food was poisoned with weird ass chemicals and all that shit. Did the toxicity report. Yeah, so it was just they out here just trying to kill me, and they bold with it. They out here bragging about the shit. So they're probably doing the same thing to y'all. If you're in, that's what I meant to bring that to. If you living with a man that is toxic, don't trust that man. Baby, don't trust that man. You living with a bitch that's toxic, and you not, don't trust that bitch, bro. Don't trust that bitch. Don't trust that nigga, bro. Don't make your own food. Make your own food. Don't you better watch motherfuckers make your food. You better don't even eat the shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, leave that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. Like, he could be putting stuff in your food and you kid. Do you know what money a nigga motherfucker do? A motherfucker will really out here just kill you over some fucking money, bro. Niggas out here cold. They don't give a fuck about you. Y'all kids, none of that. My husband sat there and told me like he was gonna kill me and my kids. That's the reason why I left the nigga. Sat there and told me he was gonna kill us in our sleep. All type of crazy ass shit. Them niggas don't give a fuck about you. That's why the fuck my husband raped my daughter. Cause it was a fucking sacrifice. These niggas out here making sacrifices. You don't know how dark the motherfucker you laying next to really is. You never know what the motherfucker is doing that's laying next to you. They could be doing all type of demonic ass rituals. And they could be in your face telling you that shit demonic and this and that and don't ever do it. Because that's what my husband was doing. But I guarantee you that nigga was behind the scenes doing that shit. Behind the scenes doing that shit. Don't trust these niggas, man. That's all I'm going to say. So what did I say? Yep, that's what I said. Beware of food and shared homes. That was my next message. I already knew. I didn't have to read the shit. But, so yeah, this is how I knew. I traveling with my TV. This is how I really confirmed it for real. I had ended up getting homeless, right? So I had brought my TV with me to our friend's house. And I was staying with her. She told me I could live with her and shit, but it didn't work out. We got into a fight. And as soon as we get into a fight, one of my people's, my brother ended up calling me. Like, what's going on over there? But how would you know anything is going on? Like, how would you know that anything is going on? Like, when nobody, like, I'm all the way in the middle of nowhere with my friend. I didn't even have no phone at this time either. Like, my phone was off. I didn't have a phone. All I had was my TV. That's why I brought it with me. So I'm like, soon as we get into it, we start arguing, finna damn near fight. I unplug my TV and wrap it up. As I'm walking away with the TV, I get a call from my brother, like, hey, what's going on over there? Like, nigga, how you know anything going on? How do you know something's happening right now? Like, what do you mean? What's going on over here? Like, so I'm like, me and Raven finna fight. She trying to put me out. And even though like I'm really good at playing stupid, like even though that shit was still in my head, like why? How do you know? I just play dumb because that's when I just take notes. I'm taking notes like, oh okay, he a part of it too. Okay, but I'm keep going like I'm act like I ain't hear that. Okay, yeah, me and her finna fight. Blah blah blah. So boom, that's how I found out. I was really being watched on my TV. They really hacked my shit. So God really loves me and has given me so many chances to live. I'm telling y'all, God loves me. Like, he not finna let me die. He don't want me to die yet. It ain't my time. If I would have been dead. Deuces. Like, you know how many people tried to shoot me? You know how many guns I done had aimed at me? A lot of guns in this lifetime. Like, I would have been gone. Been gone. God ain't ready for that. But I'm just give me one second, y'all. 1 second. Okay, so my next message was some people knew and some didn't. So God told me, like, yeah, some people know what's going on, but some people don't know what's going on, you know? And hold on 1 second, my baby. Yeah, somebody finna get some money too. I meant to say that in the beginning of the read. Cause I just randomly, seen this. Y'all can see it. It say money. When I was setting up, all my cards is put up. But that's the only thing sitting on the deck. Money. Money. That bitch look like money, money, money. So yeah. So what was the next part? Some people knew and some didn't. So it was people that I was connected to, like guys and stuff. I gotta speed it up because I gotta go make this stuff, y'all. But it was people. Some people knew and some didn't. Like I was meeting people and shit, and like some people knew. Like I'm gonna go lie, damn near everybody knew, but some didn't. Some didn't know like that I was being watched on my TV and all the but like they just was getting people in on this shit lying. Like, oh, she's a evil bitch. She's an evil person. She fucking doing witchcraft on everybody. She's fucking getting everybody killed, this, and that. Like, no, little do they know behind the scenes, motherfuckers getting themselves killed. Motherfuckers out here fucking with me, and God really don't play about me. Like, y'all getting yourself murdered. I ain't got nothing to do with that. So, motherfuckers out here trying to label me bad and shit because motherfuckers that fuck with me, bad shit happened to them. Well, stop fucking with me. I don't fuck with nobody. That's why the bad shit happening to you. It's called karma, motherfucker. Anything you do to a bad person, a good person, anything bad you do to a good person, it's gonna backfire on your ass. God don't play about that shit. Like, God don't play about his chosen ones. He really don't. He truly do not play about us, y'all. But let me hurry up. They were lying to people about you, and that's how they knew. Okay, yeah, that's what I said. tapped my phone and started stealing my inside label information and deals. These motherfuckers tapped my phone, y'all, and start stealing my deals and my information and shit. Like, they start stealing my shit. Like if I had an opportunity coming towards me, y'all. Hold on one second. Okay, yeah, y'all. Where my book go? Hold on. So yeah, they start. I say yeah, girl. I must be talking to a girl. So yeah, they start tapping my fucking phone, right? So they got everything tapped. They had TV tap, all that shit. And of course, my phone. I had the fucking 2021 car, and it was 2021 at the time, or 2022. And I think they had my car tapped. Like, no bullshit. Like, cause I didn't. It was times I would leave my phone at home, and these motherfuckers was still like it would be shit that they knew they shouldn't know. Like that they speaking on game stalking me about. So I'm explaining later. But they tapped my phone like I got a deal. Y'all know my song, my hot song, why, why these pussy niggas wanna try me. With Boosie, why PrettyP with Boosie. It's a pre-release, basically I pre-released it, so it's basically like watch time shit, so y'all can hear it, but I ain't fully broke out yet, so they underestimating the peak. But when I break out, y'all gonna be paid. So these motherfuckers tap my phone, because I got labels reaching out to me, which they reached out to me to fucking, or it was my manager, but it was a manager type label thing. So he reached out to me to get the feature with Boosie, right? So, boom, I did it, and I was waiting to get paid, because of course I had to pay for it. So I was waiting to get paid, and while somebody that tapped my phone, I won't speak on them because you know who, y'all gonna probably find out anyways. But so the person that tapped my phone ended up fucking stealing the fucking feature from me. Like they got the feature before me and shit. Like no, because they know I couldn't pay for it. Because they sitting there watching my bank accounts. They sitting there watching everything, so they knew, following me, watching me at home and shit. Hold on one second. Okay, so where was I at, y'all? Yeah, they stole my features. So they start stealing my deals and shit. Like it became fucking Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Evidence was fucking y'all. I'm telling you, y'all know how they was on the movies stealing the candy and shit. Willy Wonka had to protect his recipes, his secret recipes and shit. It was some motherfucking it was some motherfucking plankton and motherfucking what's his name, Mr. Krabs shit, trying to steal my recipes. They out here stealing my recipes. They out here stealing my secret recipes, y'all. They are stealing my secret recipes. Out here tapping my phone. Like, this shit ain't fair. Y'all ain't playing fair, so I'm not playing fair. Y'all ain't playing fair, so I'm not playing fair. Y'all thought I was gonna keep playing along and play, oh, she's so stupid. She's just a blonde and she's just la 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 la. No, baby. I've never been la 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 la. I've never been la 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 la. Like, I just been keeping track because you nigga, I gotta stay alive. Stand alive, stand alive. So of course, but you know, at a point, y'all got me fucked up when I'm gonna not start speaking. So yeah, anywho, they stole my ideas and used them before me because they had the money. Yep, I said that. I started noticing the daycares was in on it. So yeah, I started noticing the daycares was in on it. The daycares was basically poisoning my kids' food, just like they was poisoning my food. You know, sneaking in my house and poisoning my food and shit. They had the daycares, paying the daycares, people from the daycares. And then this how, it was all type of ways I figured out. I got to hurry this story up though, y'all. So, the daycare. So, basically, I'm going from daycare to daycare when I start realizing. This the first time I realized it, it was like I already knew, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm being watched through my TV. So, when I come home early from work, and I still have like 2 hours before I got to get the kids. And the daycare is on the corner of my house. So I'm like, cool, I'm going to wait. I'm going to spend this time, you know. I used to get off work early sometimes, and I used to just spend this time, you know, actually spending time to myself because I'm, you know, a single mom. I don't got no help. I don't got no family. I don't got no baby daddies. Nobody, just me, literally. I don't have nobody at all. So I spend those little 2 hours, but it seemed like as soon as I get home, the daycare lady will text me. Even though I'm getting home early. I get home early. The second I walk through the door, the daycare lady texts me like, "Oh, when you coming to get the kids? What time you coming to get the kids?" And then after, you know, once or twice, like, okay, it's a coincidence. But every time now, then I'm starting to come home. I come home maybe an hour or 30 minutes early. She'll text me still. The same as soon as I walk through the house, as soon as I walk through the door, when you come and get the kids. But she'll be talking to me like she just know I'm home. So it's like they wanted me to know. They wanted me to go crazy. They wanted me to go crazy. They was trying to make me go crazy and kill myself, but it wasn't gonna happen. It wasn't gonna happen. They really wanted me to go crazy and kill myself. Like they was just steady doing shit to me. So boom, I switched daycares. I'm like, okay, so these motherfuckers watching me. I'm going to a whole new daycare. Boom. Go to a new daycare. Finally get in, all good with these people. Why this lady? I'm talking about. I fucking looked in the yellow pages to find this daycare. Why just so I could not, you know, I don't want nobody that think they know me or that's a part of this, you know, coven or whatever the fuck they got going on watching me and shit. So boom, why one of the fucking daycare ladies end up calling me my mama name? Switch up and call me my mama name one day. Like I'm dropping my kids off. She's like, yeah, Jennifer, cause blah 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 blah. And then the other lady was like, oh, you look like, you see the look on her face, like she was, oh shit, why the fuck this bitch? And she like, she just looked down like, that's not Jennifer. And then the other girl was like, what? Boy, what the fuck wrong with you? My dog, y'all. So the other lady was like, yeah, that's not Jennifer. That's Pamela. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, how the fuck do you know my mama? How the fuck do you know who my mama is? So I didn't say nothing at first, because first thing I was like done with this that shit. I was like, okay, I'm finna confront my mama. So I go, as soon as I left, I called my mama like, so you know my daycare lady people? She like, what? No, how would I know them? And I'm like, exactly. And she like, I'm like, because they just sat here and called me your name and blah, blah, blah. She like, well, what's her name? And I told her. She was like, oh, yeah, I do know her. And I'm like, how do you know her? And she never told me how she knew her. She's like, yeah, I know of her. Why? She just kept saying, why? Why? I'm like, because it's not making sense. Like, how does she know that? How does she know me? How does she know that I'm your daughter? How do any of that? And she just wouldn't answer. So I went after that. I went and asked the daycare teacher, like, hey, do you know me? You know my mama? Why the lady say no? She's like, no, I don't know. Your mama? How would I know your mama? Who's your mama? I'm like, you just sat here and called me my mama name the other day. And she was like, what? No, I didn't. I don't know your mama. Why would I sit there and lie? Like, I don't know your mama. So I'm like, are you crazy? Like, why are you lying? Like, I really got mad. Like, I started snapping on her. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean you don't know my? You know my mama. You just sat here and called me her name. You said her name. And I already been started exposing people in this little covenant. Motherfuckers watching me through the cameras and shit. So it was like they didn't mean, they slipped up. They didn't mean to do that. So that's how I found out it was really my mama behind all this shit. So then they slipped up. They didn't mean to do that shit. So boom. I'm like, how do you know? So then I'm like, okay, well, then I called her out on that. I'm like, well, my mama said she know you. So how my mama know you and you don't know her? She like, oh, your mama probably think it's somebody else. And your mama tripping. And I know, but you know my mama. So long story short, I had to end up cutting that daycare. Go to another one. These motherfuckers poisoned my kids. My kids damn near fucking died. It was just every single daycare was something. Every fucking daycare it was something. And then I came back. I had to go back to the daycare because I needed to work at least one day so I can leave because I was going to take a trip. And I was just going to drop everything and go. So, boom. I bring back to the daycare and I'm like, look, I already fed my kids. I'm not going to be gone that long. Do not feed my kids nothing from this daycare, period. And they was like, well, no, but Faith just said she was hungry. Bitch was lying. We just walked through the door. How Faith just said she was hungry? Like, the bitch was lying. She was lying. And I'm like, no, she not. I started laughing. Matter of fact, I'm like, bro, don't feed my kids nothing for me. I'm not playing. Like, I was laughing, but they knew I was dead ass. They knew. I'll get that. All right. Don't feed my kids shit from this daycare. I come back an hour later. These motherfuckers talking about, oh, Faith is sick and throwing up, and she gotta come back. She got a virus. Bitch, she ain't got a motherfucking virus. She was just fucking healed. Last time I brought her here, y'all did the same shit, and all of a sudden, and did y'all feed her? The first thing I asked my daughter, my oldest, did they feed y'all? She said, yep, but I didn't eat it. I told you, I don't trust it. But they forced my babies to eat that shit. They tried to kill my babies. Next thing I know, I took my kids out that fucking daycare. Cussed them the fuck out. Took my kids out of the daycare. Next thing I know, a week later, I see get an alert to my phone. Baby found unresponsive at daycare. I'm like, God, just like, that could have been you. If you didn't move, if you didn't follow your intuition, if you hadn't been on point, how you been, that could have been you. My kids ain't went to daycare since, and they ain't going back to no motherfucking daycare. Period. And if I gotta work, shit, I'm gonna pay somebody that I trust, and I'm gonna have fucking cameras everywhere, and I'm gonna be monitoring the motherfuckers by wherever the fuck I'm at. But my kids gonna move with me. We gonna move as a motherfucking unit. Because clearly motherfuckers is trying to sit here out here trying to kill us. They using everybody around. They trying to fucking get everybody to kill us. You know, whoever they wait on me to go. They got my phone tapped. They wait on me to talk to somebody so they can get them involved. Oh, we got however much money they offering. A lot of money though, clearly, for these motherfuckers to be sitting here trying to kill me. Like somebody had came out and told me, like subliminally told me that somebody basically tried to kill me when I was at my door, but the gun jammed. And it was God. But y'all, I got more to come. I have to go today, but I have to go right now. But it was fun. I do have a lot of more notes that I had planned on saying tonight, but I'm running out of time, guys. So thanks for y'all support. Like, share, follow, subscribe. If any of this resonated for y'all, if any of this helped y'all out anyway, if I confirmed anything or if I could possibly save y'all life, I'm glad to be the one to do it. PrettyP out.